Hey, what's going on guys? MyPlace Gaming here. Today I will be kind of doing something weird. It's to do with gaming, don't worry. Basically, this is me doing the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil map storyline. Now this is going to be really long as Shadows of Evil has a lot of storyline behind it. So, let's get right down to it. So, during the 1940s, in a fictional city known as Morgue City, there reside 4 individuals: Nero Blackstone, Jessica Rose, Jack Vincent, and Floyd Campbell. They all committed various sins in their lives. Nero Blackstone grew up in a wealthy family, and he soon chose to pursue a career as a magician. He would become a successful one, constantly surrounded by praise and attention, which fuels his arrogance. However, after years of success, his career eventually went on a decline. To make matters worse, his wife constantly racks up debts after debts due to her spending habits. After confirming that their insurance policies are still fully paid, Nero decided to kill his wife by setting up an accident with a knife throwing trick, knowing that he would receive her insurance money to pay off their debts. Jessica Rose, despite her potential to be a motion picture star, chooses to work as a burlesque dancer in one of Morgue City's finest nightclubs. She would attract many powerful men and manipulate them for her own purposes. This has earned her the nickname the Femme Fatale, or something like that. Jessica had an affair with a man who supposedly works for the press. This resulted in him having possessions of Jessica's private pictures, which upset her. Not wanting to risk ruining her chance of stardom, Jessica decided to lure the man into a trap by inviting him over to talk about the pictures. After seducing him, she cuffed him in a bed and stabbed him with a pair of scissors, which is very violent, I know. Jack Vincent works as a policeman, but in his years of working in Morgue City, he had become a suspect in a department-wide corruption case due to him taking bribes from the mob and framing innocent people in an attempt to cover up his tracks and preventing the mayor of Morgue City from snooping around. He called in one of his associates to discuss measures, though he would later betray him. Floyd Campbell Floyd Campbell is an up-and-coming boxer who was not only out to win his fights. When the #1 contender to the title of champion, Tony King, challenged him, Campbell was left with little time to practice. However, Campbell didn't want to risk any chance. Thus, he decided to wear brass knuckles hidden beneath his hand wraps, giving him not only an unfair advantage, but also an opportunity to severely damage his opponent. During his fight with King, with both the physical advantage and the referee on his side, Campbell came out victorious, severely beating King to near death. At some point, Campbell, Vincent, and Nero all went to Black Lake Burlesque Club. As they watched Jessica perform on stage, all 4 of them began to pass out. They later wake up in different parts of Morgue City, which is now infested with zombies. Having no memory of how it all happened, the 4 reunite as they try to survive in this twisted world. The only voice of guidance comes from the Shadow Man, a mysterious and unreliable figure who offers to help the 4 of them to survive in the undead city. After receiving an artifact known as the Summoning Key, they follow the Shadow Man's instructions and perform sacrificial rituals involving with close relations to the 4 characters. Afterwards, they open the Apophicon Rift, allowing the Shadow Man's overlord to take over Morgue City. Above the skies of Morgue, an Apophicon Rift allowing the Shadow Man's overlord to take over Morgue City. Above the skies of Morgue, a gigantic tentacle monster overshadows the city. Realizing that they have been tricked into doing the Shadow Man's bidding, they set out to kill him in another sacrificial ritual. Eventually, they succeed in doing so and summon a giant gateworm in the process. They then proceed to charge the train stations with electricity, powering it up before it hits the giant gateworm at the junction, causing a large energy beam to shoot upwards, striking the tentacle monster at its core. As they go to retrieve the summoning key, Edward Richoften appears out of a portal and takes the key, thanking them for the effort before leaving. That is basically just an oversight of Shadows of Evil. That isn't even the storyline. That's not even the main story. That took 5 minutes just to explain that. So, I'm going to say this is part 1 of the Shadows of Evil storyline. So, this is episode 1. Directly after this, I will upload episode 2, which will be the main story. So, thank you guys so much for watching episode 1, and if you're watching this, then please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys possibly in part 2. Thanks. Bye.